Thank you once again for joining me today for this short video. I've been putting these up on Fridays at 5 to encourage you to think about spiritual things. Today, I want to address the topic of 4 ways that God uses to get our attention. Now, He uses more than 4 ways, but today I would just want to share 4 primary ways that God uses to get our attention. You see, God wants to have a relationship with you and with me, and He calls us to come to Him. He always takes the initiative. Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 and 30 to 30 says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and the burden I give you is light." God wants to have a relationship with you. In the comment section, let me know if you already have a relationship. Comment, like this video, share it with others. See, God wants to be the number one person in your life that you come to when you have problems, when you have concerns, when you are scared, when you have needs, when you need someone to talk to. God wants to be that number one person. And so in these moments that we are living right now, He is trying to get our attention. And God uses 4 ways. The first one is circumstances. All of us are in circumstances that were not planned by us. And God can use those to bring us to Himself. Maybe you have no sense of peace right now. Maybe you feel like something's off. You feel anxious. You feel frustrated. God is using these things to bring us to Himself. God is pushing us away from the things that make us comfortable, from our comfort zone. And this new normal is not normal. God uses these circumstances many times to get our undivided attention. These life changes might be a big part of His plan for us. Maybe this quarantine, this stay-at-home order is what God is using to help us focus on Him and to see that He is trying to get our attention. Maybe secondly, besides circumstances, is a deeper spiritual sensitivity. Maybe you find yourself asking questions. You find yourself searching for answers. You find yourself singing worship songs that maybe you don't even know, or maybe you heard when you were a kid and now you're singing them again, and you're worshiping God, but you really don't have a relationship with Him. And this is the way God works within us to bring us to Himself. Maybe this is happening to you today. Through people, God uses people, the third way, to bring us to Himself. Messengers that He sends to us, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, where it could be a complete stranger. It could be a random person that will say something to you that really you needed to hear. And God uses that. God chooses people to bring truth into our life. Maybe even Facebook. Maybe even a Facebook video like this one God is using to call you to Himself. God uses His Word, the Bible, to call us to Himself. God wants us to know that His Word is true and His words are comforting and true. And over again, God tells us to come to Him. The book of John, He says, on the last day of the festival, Jesus stood and shouted to the crowd, "Anyone who is thirsty, come to me. Anyone who believes in me may come and drink." James chapter 4 verse 8 tells us, God says, "Come close to God, and God will come close to you. Wash your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, for your loyalty is divided between God and the world. Hebrews tells us, let us come boldly to the throne of our gracious God, and there we will receive his mercy, and we will find grace to help us when we need it most. Isaiah 55 tells us, come and drink. Even if you have no money, come. Come to me with your ears wide open. Listen, and you will find life. And the last book of the Bible, Revelation, says this, the Spirit and the bride say, come. Let anyone who hears this, come. Let anyone who is thirsty, come. Let anyone who desires drink freely from the water of life. So today, God may be calling you. He wants a relationship with you. If you know him, you need to trust him. If you don't know him, you need to turn to him. Don't ignore his invitation. And please comment. Please share this video. We are praying for you as you watch. May God bless you till we meet again.